Well, everyone, finally the project is finished, and I'm going to be showing you all of the things that we have that are off the grid. And of course we do have some things on the grid, like refrigerators, but we got rid of our freezer, and we did get rid of a lot of on the grid things, and I want to show you today what we're doing. So sit back and enjoy the video. So we decided to go to Tractor Supply and take a look at their wood stoves. And we wanted to see what they had. Well, they really didn't have much of any wood stoves because it's so early in the season. But what they did have was one that we think was from last year because it was marked down on the price tag of it. We put it in our vehicle, which was probably not the smartest thing to do because it was extremely heavy. But we wanted to get it right away. We didn't want nobody else getting it, and we decided to put it in our vehicle. It was quite an adventure, let me tell you. So we have a skid loader that came to the rescue, and he took it out of the back of our vehicle and he put it into the garage until we could get everything set up. And of course, this was the rain that we had, the only rain basically we had all summer long was the day that we were getting our wood stove. It took the employees at Tractor Supply and my husband quite a time of it to get it into our vehicle, and it was snug as a bug in a rug. Let me tell you what, it just fit. And there was no way that Ken and I were going to lift this out of the vehicle. And so with the forklift, it made it really easy. And you can see that here. If you're new to my channel, we are not known to do things maybe 100% the most proper way, but we always get the work done. And by putting it in the vehicle, we were going very slow on the highway home. But the vehicle is just fine. The shocks are fine, and everything worked out perfect. We do need to get a truck someday. I do believe that a truck would do us much better service when we're going to get wood and all these things. Well, we're getting it out of the vehicle, and then it took us a couple weeks after this video clip to actually get everything worked on into the home and to get it installed. We had to go several times to get more piping and different piping. And we finally got everything installed, which you'll see here in just a moment. Two weeks later, we had it professionally installed, and the man put it together, but there was different things that we needed that we didn't have, so we had to go and order it. We ordered a few things online, and then of course we had to order things through the Tractor Supply. A lot of the stuff Tractor Supply just didn't really have. So what you're seeing here is I'm going to explain this in a little bit better for you, but I'm just showing you the timeline of everything being put in. So I will explain this here further, what actually Ken is doing here. But we got it put in, and it looks great, and I'm going to show you the outside of it. It was very expensive project by the time it was done. So we have a start. We went and got 2 loads, and we have a start. Plus we have about a month outside of the tree that we cut down. Now that tree is very old. That is a year old, so we can use that as well. So the wood stove is installed. We have the wood. We do have some kindling that we can use, and we're all set. And my hubby decided that this is a lot of fun. Now, the wood back behind our house, we do need to cut that a little bit finer, so he needs to chop that a little bit smaller pieces. So lighting for us is oil lamps and LED lights. We do use LED lights. You can see that light flashing on and off. That is a solar LED light. And these are the lamps. kitchen, the oven is off-grid, the stove oven. Now we do have a little toaster oven. And you do see that we do have some appliances. Now we are going to start running most of these appliances with the solar units that we have. I have the Berkey water system set up. So we do have the Berkey waters, and that is to filter our water. Right now we are getting our water checked to make sure there is no bacteria in it. Safety first and everything. So we have double and triple lined piping. A little bit about semi off-grid. I can't say totally off-grid because we do have some parts of our lifestyle that is on the grid, but a lot of it is off the grid. So the wood stove is mobile home approved, and that simply means that there are things with that wood stove that make it mobile home approved. One is it has its fresh air inlet. So we have a pipe running underneath the back of it, and that brings in fresh air. So the air in the mobile home is not circulating. It is fresh air coming from outside. We learned a lot through this whole adventure as to what makes it mobile home approved and all of the different things that we have to do that a normal person probably doesn't have to do, like bolting it to the floor and things like that. But that is what it looks like. And let me just show you a little clip of what our property looks like from far away. This was a big question that people had. We are very fortunate that we have a mobile home insurance company that's from northern Pennsylvania, and it is at a place where most people heat with wood. So we had no issues whatsoever about our insurance. Now, of course, we had to have a mobile home approved wood stove. Not all of them are that way, so you need to find a mobile home approved wood stove. Ours came from Tractor Supply, and it's really nice. We really are happy with it. And also there's a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to putting in a wood stove in a mobile home. And one of them is it needs to be bolted to the floor. One of it is it needs to be mobile home registered. In other words, it needs to be a mobile home wood stove. And there are other regulations that always come with it that you can do your own research. So insurance was not an issue for us because of the company that we work with. We've had the same insurance company now for 14 years. So we were very happy with that. What other questions did people have? So people did have different questions. Now the wood stove that we have is a larger unit. The stove that we got is for 2,000 square feet, and we only have a little over 1,000 square feet. So we did get a fan that is in the hallway. That is a double window fan, but we have it set up in the hallway to pull the hot air back. You'll be seeing many videos of us having the wood stove on because, well, wintertime is almost here. So I thank you guys so much for watching. You're going to be hearing different things about us doing things that don't have to require electricity. And this wood stove, you could get an electric blower on it, but we really don't think we're going to need one. So we're going to have it in trial and error. Years ago, at one of the properties that we lived at, there was a wood stove. So we are used to a wood stove. Now we did have a pellet stove for many years, but the pellets were really dusty, and we got tired of having to haul these bags of pellets around all the time. And so with wood, we're able to stack the wood, and we are able to keep enough of wood for most of the season. As of now, we are getting our wood using our vehicle, but hopefully as we save money again, we will be able to get a trailer that we can actually get a cord of wood at a time. But you make do with what you got. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow. And there's always something else that we are working on. The deck is the next project we're going to be working on, and keep watching because we're in the progress of reclaiming the deck. The rugs here are not your typical rugs. These are fire, heat, spark resistant rugs. These are made for a wood stove. And we just happened to find the cabin theme, which we really like. So these are not regular rugs. And as you can see, it's a fire resistant backing, and the bottom of it is as well. It has its own heat fire blocks that hold the heat in.